Hi, welcome. I'm Maeve Nimmo, Guidance Counsellor here at Dunboyne College.
And I'm Derek Ball, the other Guidance Counsellor at Dunboyne College.
So we have a few questions coming in so far already. So if we look at a couple of them straight away, how would students who have completed their school overseas apply for the college? So really that covers a couple of areas for us, because applying online at the moment for the college is on the website for all students, really, no matter what way you're coming through different education systems or different countries. So it's apply on dunboynecollege.ie, and the online application is open now. When you apply online, you'll be asked for some documentation that you'll need to send. One of them will be personal statement that you'll need to write. So to get a guide for that, you can scroll down to the end of the homepage on dunboynecollege.ie, and you'll find the guidelines for writing that statement. And also you'll be asked for a most recent set of results. So under the current COVID situation with schools, I mean, that could be, fifth year exams or Christmas exams or something like that. So the same would apply to overseas schooling. Any most recent set of results that you'd have, you could send that into. So overseas applications and applications within Ireland are all the same. It's online through the website on dunboynecollege.ie.
Lots of questions coming in there, guys. Keep them coming. Thanks a million. Another one there is, can you apply for more than one course in Dunboyne? And the answer to that question is no, you can't. So when you go on to the application process that Maeve has just mentioned, you will come to the section where you enter the course you want to apply for. Now, we do give you the option of putting in 3 courses, and you enter them in order of preference, okay? But we will probably offer you the one that you place as number 1. So we can only offer you one course, and it will be your number 1 course. So you can only apply for one course at a time. And just in relation to that, somebody else has asked me there, is the course at Dunboyne a full-time course? Yes, all of our courses are 1-year full-time academic courses. You start at the end of August and it goes on to the middle of May. So what we do is we actually condense the course. Instead of it being over 5 days, we condense it into either 3 days or 3.5 days per week. And the reason we do this is because you have a mandatory module on your course called work experience. So in one of the other days you will do your work experience, and the other time you will use for doing your research and your study and preparation of assignments and preparing for exams. So yes, all courses are 1 year full-time for the academic year. You'll be in the college for 3 to 3.5 days per week, and the other time is for your work experience and your preparation for exams and research and assignments.
And following on from that, there's another question there about the length of the course. So the length of the course is 1 academic year, so that's through from September to May. As Derek says, it's a full-time course, compacted as he has described. The key dates for applying and deadlines is also asked here. So that would be, online applications are open currently. It is advised that you would apply, as early as you can, although applications do stay open until late, applications in September. So, we would find students may apply late after their CAO offer, has come out and they're not happy. But if at that point you left it till that stage, you may not get a course that you prefer offered to you. You would be better off to apply online now. Secure that place for yourself, have that in the bag, and then if you are applying to CAO and you do get what you want there, or if you decide to go a different route or something else, and you don't take the course here, you can be refunded for the course if you don't uptake it. But our advice would be to apply early, secure the place for yourself, and have that in the bag.
Another good question coming in there: who are further education courses for? Further education courses are for everybody really, and whoever wants to study on them. But a change in recent years, no longer is further education an alternative. It's now the first choice of most of our students who come to us. They now recognise the benefits of studying in colleges of further education in preparation for attending 3rd level the following year. A lot of the modules you will do at Further Edu will help and stand to you big time and prepare you for 3rd level courses. A lot of our students, yes, would have missed out on CAO points, So they will come to us for the year and then hope to progress on to third level in their chosen area. Also, we recognise or we acknowledge that this is a tough time for you trying to make a decision around courses. It's very hard to know exactly what you want to do at this stage. So a lot of students would come to Dunboyne just to get a taster for different areas. They might be thinking about business or thinking about law or any of our computing courses. So they can come to us for the year and get a feel for that course. And that'll either confirm that that is the area they want to study in, or they might change their mind and go for a different area at third level. Just to say, somebody has asked there about our courses, are they recognised nationally and internationally? All of our qualifications at Dunboyne College are recognised both nationally and internationally, and that's from the point of both employment and third level progression. Okay, so some of our students come to Dunboyne in order to gain full employment straight afterwards, and some come in order to progress onto third level. So the qualification you will get at Dunboyne College will prepare you for both of them, for both employment or progression onto third level.
And following on from that also, Derek, isn't it true what students say to us about coming to further education for all those different reasons, and trying out a course and deciding whether it's for them or not, rather than going straight into a degree. And some students feel they're not ready to go straight to the degree for many reasons, and maybe including that they're not just sure yet. And they want to try something. But isn't it the case where a lot of students at the end of the year would tell us, that it was the best thing they ever did. It prepares them well. They've learned how to reference. They've learned the in-house systems like Moodle that colleges use in order to put up their college notes and things like that. And that it confirms whether they actually like or don't like an area of a degree. And then research shows them when they go on into higher education on that degree that they'll perform better and there'll be a lower dropout rate.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, as you said there, Maeve, the best thing is, even if you don't like a course, that's not a bad thing. Okay, you've spent the year with us, you've learned all the skills for third level, and you might progress into a different area, but you still have the basic skills that are needed for third level. So it's a great preparation.
And actually, just to ask you there as well, for students that do try a course, are they stuck to that sector then, or can they move into other areas if they don't like their course?
Not necessarily. In some cases, where a student might join us in late August, start September, they might decide that they have made a mistake in the course. So what we recommend is that they come and chat to either yourself or myself, talk us through what they don't like about the course, why it isn't working for them. We might be able to help you with that. Or if you decide to enter into a different course, we will then look into that for you. And if there are spaces, we'll do our best to transfer you into the course that you want to do. Okay, so if you do feel you're not happy with a course in September, please come and chat to either myself or Maeve, and we'll help you out there.
And also then that sort of links in then as well to the progression afterwards, also in terms of whether you like your course or your direction that you're going in, isn't it as well? Because let's say, for example, law is a good example. If you decide to come and try law and you're thinking of that degree, or you come and try some of the computer areas, and you're not sure that there's that much, that the maths maybe is a side of it that you didn't think of as such beforehand, or you're just not liking the programming or something like that, and you decide not to go through that into that in a degree area. Also, that you can use your results from the year as a valuable set of results to be able to progress generically to a lot of other courses. And a good example, isn't it, for IT Blanchardstown, where you could apply for any course that you have on offer in IT Blanchardstown, which is of course TU Dublin, Blanchardstown, that you could use your set of results from your computer networking systems course, or a law course, or other type graphic design course, and you could use that award and then progress into social studies or sports or business or anything completely different in IT Blanchardstown, for example. So the results are very generic like that as well. They're very valuable to you.
Another question there about progression from Dunboyne and how many of our students do progress on to third level. Just to preface that with something, when you come to a college of further education, you can exit with two types of awards, a component award or a full award. So when you come to Dunboyne College, you must study 8 modules. If you pass all 8 modules, you exit with what's called a full award. If you only pass with, say, 5 modules, then you will get a component award. So really what you will be aiming for is to come in and leave with a full award, which is where you pass all 8 modules. Once you've got that, that allows you to progress on to third level. So just to give you some statistics about our students from last year, we're delighted to say that over 90% of our students who attained a full award and applied for the CAO system are sitting in third level colleges today, which really is an amazing achievement and down to the hard work of the students and the staff at Dunboyne College. Just to give you a few samples of numbers, I'm not going to go through them all, but in Maynooth last year, they held over 300 places on their first year courses for PLC students, 245 in UCD, 238 in DCU, and 125 places were kept in Trinity for PLC applicants. However, in TUD, which is an amalgamation of DIT, Tala and Blanchardstown, in City Centre campus, they held over 750 places on their first year courses for PLC students. And in Blanchardstown and Tala, they held up to 50% of some places on a lot of their courses for PLC graduates. So it just shows you that it's open to every college, all colleges except PLC students on most of their courses. And this year we're delighted to say that we have students all over the country in third level institutions. We have 90 in Maynooth, 29 in DCU, 233 in TUD, 21 in Dundalk, 18 in Athlone, and then all around the country we have people in Galway, Cork, Waterford, Limerick, Tralee, etc. And also a good few students went to the UK last year, particularly in the area of nursing. So look, over 90% of our students, which is a great achievement, gone on to third level.
And also the other side of that is that a lot of students come to us, they don't want to go on to higher education. That isn't the route for them. They come here because they want to upskill. They want to have items on their CV that make them more employable. And also that's where, the level 5 at QQI, a QQI award level 5 is going to make you stand out a little bit different in terms of, your school subjects that you had. And now you're going to have specific modules or subjects related to a sector that you're interested in, and you can get employment, maybe at a starting level or a basic level or an assistant level or something like that. But a lot of people do use that to go directly into employment, which is another side of studying at Dunboyne College and at further education itself as well.
Another question there around progression and how does it work? The whole progression onto third level is governed by the Higher Education Link Scheme, and the way it works is that you complete your course for the year at Dunboyne College and hopefully exit with a full award. You will then apply via the CAO system again next year to apply for colleges the following year. The difference is that when you apply for the CAO next year, you will only be in competition with the other PLC students. You will not be in competition with Leaving Cert students. As I mentioned earlier, all colleges in the third level system in Ireland accept PLC students onto most of their courses. So you will apply for the courses and they keep a certain amount of places, usually up around 10% of the places on most courses are kept for PLC students. But as I mentioned earlier on, that depends on the college. Like some places, like we'll say in arts in Maynooth, MH101, they keep 175 places for PLC students. TUD Blanchardstown can keep up to 50% of their places. So you reapply through the CEO next year, but you're only in competition with other PLC students. You're not in competition with Leaving Cert students.
I have a question there coming in about adding extra modules into a computer programming type of course, or a computer course in the computer department, I suppose. And what we would say about our courses is that we're continually and always looking for new ideas, new courses, new modules, and always changing things. So, for example, last year in the academic year there was 12 new courses brought into the prospectus, and this year there's a further 4. So with that comes obviously lots of new modules and lots of new areas to be brought together to make an award based on how QQI, that's the awarding body, how they configure their awards. So that's forever changing, and it's always in progression, it's always advancing forward. We're always looking at our local employment sector, the gaps in the market, and what needs to be filled. And we have a huge catchment area now. We're the largest further education centre in the northeast. We have no other further education centre in our immediate vicinity, and you have to travel a good bit to get to the next one. You need to go to Drogheda, out to Moat. So our catchment is really quite large, which means that we have A lot of students coming in, which means extra staff, and that means extra courses all the time. So it's continually changing. So we'll always be adding new areas and new modules into our programs.
Somebody has asked there, what are we referring to when we say level 5? So there's a body called the National Framework of Qualifications, and they govern all the different levels of education in Ireland, and the levels are from 1 up to 10. So on the National Framework of Qualifications, at your leaving cert, you're probably at levels 4 or 5, depending on what course you're taking. So when you come on to Dunboyne College, you will study the course at QQI level 5. Okay, and what that allows you to do is the following year, as I said, through the CEO system, you will then be entitled to apply for levels 6, 7 and 8. So level 6 are usually diploma courses, level 7s are usually 3-year ordinary degrees, and level 8s are the 4-year higher degrees. So once you have successfully completed your level 5 at Dunboyne College and got your full award, that's what qualifies you to progress and apply for the level 6s, 7s and 8s in any third level institution.
So really at the moment, we're always available for questions, any emails that you want to send to us. We're available to answer all questions. You can email the college, dunboynecollege.ie, and your message will be forwarded on to Derek or myself, or you could also find our email addresses on the college website under student services as well. So don't hesitate in asking questions. Also, your guidance counsellor in school will also be able to answer a lot of questions for you about what course might suit you and a direction for you. So always ask the questions.
Okay, best of luck guys, thanks.
Thanks indeed.